What is home environmental medicine? Why should you care? Watch today's episode and find out. Okay, I want to introduce a new paradigm of the healthcare industry I call home environmental medicine. Home environmental medicine is basically when you have an indoor environment, there is activity in that space that is visible and invisible that will affect the chemical releases in your brain that will either cause stress in the body or eliminate stress in the body. So home environmental medicine is an application that I created so that I can actually use the physical space of a person's home to relieve stress triggers in the brain and help them to recover. One of my main focuses of interest in home recovery is the bedroom. If a person does not get a good night's sleep and they don't go into REM phase of sleep, the body will not recover. So my general focus is on what are the hindrances to a person actually falling into sleep and sleeping through the night. One of the factors could be, for example, particulate matter, otherwise known as dust. Dust can impede your respiratory system. It can cause nose runs. It could cause coughing and gagging. And these things can be a hindrance to your ability to actually sleep, even though you may not be aware of it. Once an air purification process has been taken place, you will notice a difference in your ability to breathe and also in your ability to sleep. Light wave energy is vital to the function of the immune system and also vital to the function of the human brain. And there can be disruptors to the light access that you can get inside your home. So for example, if you have dirty windows, your windows haven't been cleaned, what it does is it actually blocks some of the light from entering into your home. There's a syndrome called SAD. It's seasonal affective disorder, which actually is caused by lack of sunlight exposure, specifically ultraviolet light, which actually governs the immune system and all of the circulatory systems in the body. So if you deprive a person of that actual wave light of energy, you will actually impede their progress and their opportunity to actually recover. So light wave frequency is very important, and the reason why intensive cleaning is vital to home environmental medicine is because particulate matter can actually cover surfaces that can bounce light and reflect light. So if you have, for example, a home that has not been cleaned for maybe 20 days or maybe 20 years, you're going to have accumulation of particulate matter that's going to cover the surfaces that light needs to bounce off of or light needs to transmit through. Another thing that you want to consider with home environmental medicine is the usage of poisons in the house. These poisons will produce a residual dust that will actually remain in the house. And so if you spray for ants or you spray for roaches, you spray for spiders, you have to at some point address the poison that is now part of your air. So when we look at particles in your home that may come from tobacco products, it may be coming from pesticides. These things are not supposed to be inside of your body, and once they enter in your body, there's no guarantee that the filters in your system are going to be able to eliminate them. Now, when we talk about filters in home environmental medicine, many of us have filters on our air handling systems, and we change those filters regularly because we know that they're trapping particles that are floating in the dust. Our human lungs, and we have cilia in our neck and also dust hairs, should I say hairs in our nose, they act as filters to the dust, but there are also particles in our environment that can actually bypass those filters. And when we talk about fine particulate matter, the tinier the particles are, the more dangerous they are to your body because oftentimes they can bypass the filters and end up damaging your cells. So if the particles are small enough to float in the air and you breathe them in, they enter into your bloodstream, they can translocate to any part of your body, and that's going to cause cancer. What will happen is the cells that surround that particular organ where that particle is will start to die as a result of this particle being there. Now, it could be a particle that may be non-toxic. It can also be a particle that is very toxic, which is, as I would call, a double whammy. So you have situations where you have particles that can be airborne that are not toxic, but they can get stuck in the body and cause damage. In this episode, we just scratched the surface of some of the things I'll be covering in this series. And if you're a person who is providing care for a loved one in their home, there's a lot of things that are being missed that are actually impacting their health and their ability to live a happy, healthy life inside their home. I'm the incredible Gregory Hunter, and I can't wait to help you live an incredible life. This is not maid service, this is intensive cleaning. So reach out to us with the information below, and we'd be glad to help you.